Yeah, it feels good. Wait, just 1 second. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it feels good. Last time I faced him was 2019, and so it's kind of crazy to face him again now with so much time in between. But he's kind of reinvented himself a little bit, and so was interested to see what it was going to be like getting up there. And obviously, first at bat he struck me out, and so I was just really focused on trying to get him over the middle of the plate because he didn't really give me much that first at bat, and was able to get him over the plate twice, to be able to do some damage on him. So thought we did a really good job because it seems like nobody else has really touched him up yet.
This is obviously a really nice win for you guys. Mm-hmm. You had all the elements
yeah.
you need. How do you kind of bottle that now and keep moving on, string these together?
Yeah, I mean, similar to losing, you have to kind of forget about today and then be like, all right, now we got to focus on tomorrow. So the preparation for tomorrow starts now, and you got a totally new pitcher, and everybody starts 0-0 again. So you just try and build off of this. What you did well, learn from any mistakes that you might have made, and then just try and go 1-0 tomorrow. We talked about it after the game. This is a marathon, but we have to focus on one game at a time. And the old saying of how do you eat an elephant? You do it one bite at a time. So,
what do you think of Peterson pitching like that in his return?
Yeah, I mean, hats off to him. It's never easy going down to AAA and being told, kind of go work on things. But he did, and, he came back and he battled. And, you could tell he battled through the first couple of innings and was getting it back. And then once we got some runs for him and he was able to really attack guys, it really flourished into a great outing. And so we love it when our starters can give us 6 innings. That really helps us out. And I think that, hats off to him for going back and working on things and coming back and being able to, put out a performance like tonight. That's not an easy thing to do, especially with the way it started to get out of that jam. So thought we played some good defense behind him. Obviously, Lindor doing his thing. There's a reason he has a platinum glove. He's pretty unbelievable. That last play, that jump throw, there's only a few people on the planet that can do that. So pretty impressive to watch them work.
Brandon, you were pretty animated rounding the bases on that second home run. Did it surprise you at all that it got out of the park?
I haven't hit one out of there for a while, and I've had some that I've caught pretty well, and they felt just short or right at the wall, and I knew I hit this one well, and so definitely was willing it out of the ballpark, but. I think it just goes to all the work that we've been doing. Jeremy's been working with me constantly, and we've been trying to just continue to get better each and every year and each and every day. And, got to see a little result of the hard work.
I don't think your 10th home run came until late July last year.
Mm-hmm.
What's kind of changed to allow you to have that success?
Yeah, I think it's just the work with Jeremy. We did it in the off season, and we've been continuing it during the season to just try and clean up my swing a little bit, kind of clean the fat out of it, make it a little more direct, and just a little, make better decisions. Even though I've been a good decision maker, I've had room for improvement on that, and I think just hats off to Jeremy for seeing more inside of me, and then we've just been working to try and get to that.
Kepler spoke pregame and gave vote of confidence for Buck and really for the team.
Mm-hmm.
What is the confidence level that you guys kind of get it together and guys come up here?
Yeah, I mean, we know we have all the pieces. It's just putting it together, like you said. So, obviously, Billy put this team together for a reason. He believes in it, and we believe in it as well. But we just need to put the pieces together this season. This is a great start, but by no means is this like all things are fixed. We know that, and we know what we're capable of, but we just have to put it together. So. Guys are focusing in on that, and just try and build off of what we did well today.
Brandon, your approach at the plate is usually hit the ball where it's pitched. How much this year has that helped you from a power perspective as well?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, we kind of cleaned up the swing a little bit, and so it's helped me. That changeup was away, and I was able to go with it. Rather than trying to pull the ball and roll it over. So that definitely has helped, and I think it just goes back to kind of cleaning up the swing that we did in the off season that we've continued to work on, and Very, very happy about that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
David, what for you was the biggest difference today versus before you went back down?
I think it was just, getting sent down and having things to work on and being able to come back up and put those things into use and really come out and just compete. And couldn't have done it without the guys behind me. It was a great team win. The defense was incredible. Hitting, obviously, they took advantage of that guy later in the game and kept putting up runs. And so it's always fun when we get great defense and good offense to work with.
What were those things that you went down to work on and you felt you executed better today?
I think a big one was a slider. It wasn't very sharp at the beginning. I think we talked about it in spring training. It was something that was kind of coming along later for me, and so really just getting back to where I need to be with that pitch, but also using every other pitch and how I could kind of mix my usage to make the slider as effective as possible, but also use the other 4 weapons that I have.
David, was there a major shift just in comfort after you got Miller to ground into that double play to get out of the first inning?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, obviously, I didn't want to throw that many pitches in the first inning, and but yeah, it was nice to get a quick double play like that, and it's fun getting a ground ball knowing that those guys are going to turn it for you, and so yeah, it was a good start, and then kind of built off of that.
Did you make any adjustments after the third inning, a little bit more efficient in the last field?
Yeah, I think it's just settling back in, and then also just kind of trying to go as deep as I can. I wanted to give the team as much as I had and get deep into this ball game, and so that was kind of the objective, was just getting outs, being efficient, getting first pitch strikes, kind of getting ahead of hitters. I didn't do a great job of that in the first couple innings, and so yeah, really just trying to get ahead of guys and get them kind of backs against the wall instead of me being back against the wall.
What was the message of the mound visit in the first? I think after walking Adonis, and then you got the double play.
It was just kind of something to give me a break, and we talked about kind of what we wanted to do with Miller and get back on the right page and get out of that inning.
What do you think of Lindor's play?
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, he made the really good one in the 6th, but it was just all night. Him over there defensively, Pete at first, just getting everything, and the whole defense. I mean, it's fun to pitch when you got 8 other guys that are going to do everything they can to get the outs, and it seemed like as the game went on, they wanted to get in the dugout and keep it, and so yeah, it's like I said, a great team win, and it's awesome to have a defense like that behind it.
How much of a boost is it to end a night like that? That's probably your last batter, right? 110 pitches, come out, it's 5 2/3. It's pretty good, but now you're at 6 scoreless, and to end it like that, like on a night you needed a boost, what does that kind of do for you?
Yeah, obviously I knew where I was kind of pitch wise, and the last 2 couple at bats had kind of drug on, and so yeah, it was really trying to get out of inning with that hitter and get the 6 full innings, and so yeah, it was good to get through 6, and I can't give those guys enough credit behind me.
Moving forward for you, how much of a confidence boost, emotional boost is tonight?
Yeah, it's big. I think when I got sent down, it was I had some things to figure out, and it was also a great opportunity for me to learn and grow and get myself back in the spot that I wanted to be in every 5th, 6th day, whatever it is. And so, yeah, I mean, it's great to go out there and get through 6, and it's even better that we put a bunch of runs on the board and get a team win.
When they sent you down, I'm sure it wasn't a comfortable situation for you. How long did it take you to kind of get over that and say, okay, this is what I need to do to get back?
It was right away. I mean, I knew what I threw out there in my first couple starts, and I knew it wasn't up to par, and it wasn't what the team needed, what I needed, and so it was pretty easy for me to get over that and focus on what I need to do to get back.
Of course, the base load situation in the first inning. What kind of adjustments did you make to, I guess the next few innings were a lot smoother than that?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was how many pitches I threw and really just trying to get ahead of guys, and I wasn't really pleased with where I was in terms of first pitch strikes or 1-1 counts, and so really just trying to get quick outs, throw the ball over the plate. Omar and I worked really well tonight, and so I think it was just really kind of finding that rhythm after that first inning, and I think the double play helped that. So, yeah.
Is this as good as you felt while you're executing all your pitches? Because all of them seem to be working.
It's definitely up there. I mean, it's hard to say sometimes, but yeah, I felt like there was good and things I needed to work on with each pitch, but felt like the slider came along as the game went on, and with using the other pitches, made that pitch better later in the game. So yeah, I felt good mechanically, and it was nice once I settled in.
All right.
Francisco, you speak often about how a big defensive play gets you even more excited than a big offensive play. To end the sixth that way, just what are you thinking when you pull that off?
Oh yeah, I wanted the ball to be hit to me. I was anticipating the ball to go in that direction. It's something me and Joey have been working on, and I was able to finish the play. So I was definitely pumped.
What is the most challenging part of a play like that?
Well, my errors this year have been getting ahead of myself. So I've been working on trying to just catch the ball and then worrying about whatever I got to do after. Usually I would just think, am I going to dive? Am I going to jump throw? What am I going to do in this play? But today it was just catch the ball first and then throw it first base.
What does go into that calculus of like when you're going to do the jump throw versus trying to set yourself playing?
How far I am, and if I have the balance to be able to stop and turn and throw. And if I don't have the balance, then it's just a jump throw, and then hope my arm gets me there. You try to understand your body, understand the situation, understand where you are on the field and how many steps you take. If I take 3 steps to my right, 4 steps, then I know it's going to be bang bang. To my left, I can take a little 5, 6, and then it's going to be bang bang. So just understanding where I'm at.
There's more than one defensive play that would turn out to be pivotal in this game. That that inning double play in the first turned out to be a turning point. And just talk a little bit about how the defense held up overall.
Yeah, I mean, Petey executed in that pitch, but most importantly, Jeff was quick enough to turn the play. I kind of went backwards a little bit, and because I saw the ball hit off the mound, and I worked backwards instead of being attacking the baseball. And Jeff just finished the play, so hats off to him and Pete that was able to stretch and get the whole play.
What's the feeling just to hit your 203 home run?
It was special, a blessing, especially when you can contribute to the team to win. God is good, that's all I can say.
You were pretty excited crossing home plate there as well. What was in that moment the reason that you were particularly excited?
Because we didn't have any hits. Nimmo gets a home run, and then I just did something that could help the team win. It's just and the crowd was loud, so I was just feeding off the whole entire vibe of the field. And I have a lot of people here. Not my whole family, but my wife family's here, and I have my sister and my nieces here. So it's always a fun day whenever they're on the field.
What can you guys do to ensure that rather than this just being a nice win in the middle of June, it can become something, the start of something maybe bigger?
You got to bring it every single day and enjoy tonight, but then come back tomorrow and just do it all over again. This win doesn't guarantee us a playoff spot, so we're far from it. We just got to stay on the positive side, take one day at a time, pitch by pitch, and try to win every single inning. Just stay within ourselves.
What impressed you the most about the way Peterson came back tonight?
His ability to slow down. He's usually when he had innings like he had today, he wouldn't be able to slow himself down, and he did that today. He composed himself, he stayed within himself, he executed when he had to execute. So yeah, it's that the ability to be able to slow the game down.